Yo, what up everyone, it's me, Island, back with a new video. And quite frankly, that sounds kind of weird to say after such the long hiatus I was on. It wasn't really a break, because like I said in my other video, I quit. Not intentionally wanted to go on a break. And I came back because I missed Island, and I just want to sit here and talk about everything. Why I quit, why I did it, what happened over time. By the way, I'm using my Snowball mic instead of my Samsung mic, which is, my Snowball mic is the mic that everyone remembers me using back in, 2021, 2022, 2023. This is the OG mic, because my Samsung mic has this weird issue where it's only recording audio from the left side of it. I don't know why. I put it on 2-track. I don't know. I have to fix it. I don't know. But yeah, I'm using my Snowball, and I kind of missed this mic. It's really cool. But yeah, first of all, I'm glad to be back. And I really missed, not only do I miss doing YouTube, I also miss you guys as well. Because I had this sense of community with you guys, and it felt really good to have a community that you can just, be with. And that's why I came back to Discord as well. I also quit Discord, but a little bit after my YouTube channel. I quit before I quit my YouTube channel, and it's good. It feels good. I'm in a new server. If you want to join, you can join in the link in the description down below. So I'm just gonna get out the way. I'm sorry for privating all my videos for like 5 months. That was really stupid of me. I had this weird pride where I wanted to private my videos because I didn't want other people to replicate my editing style or to like have clips in my videos. I don't know. It was so weird. It was such a weird ideology. But second of all, why did I quit? I kind of explained it in my Marco 7 video, I think. I wanted to move on. I was getting tired of doing YouTube, quite frankly. I was tired of editing videos for 2 weeks straight, gaming videos, just for them to get like 300 views and shit. And I was also paranoid of like my past, because, me being a teen, I had I made edgy jokes and I said dumb shit, and I was also really mean back then, and that was something I had to change during my hiatus. I hated that. I don't know why I would be so cynical and pessimistic and shit. Like, I was so, I regret being mean. That sometimes, that shit it pushed away my real life friends and people I knew. I was the problem a lot of the times. I look back on it and reminisce. Not really reminisce, I just like, in retrospect, I look back and I realize, yeah. It's just embarrassing, and I feel bad. Like I said, and I know, like, technically, once you finish high school, that's gonna happen either way. Your friend group's gonna cut down. It's gonna be halved, like fucking Thanos snapping his fingers and shit. But I just wish things went differently. During my break, a lot has happened. I'd say it's a lot, actually. I'm not as, I'd say it's in personality in a way where I remember it was easy for me to be irritated. Now it's kind of not, and I'm not as cynical, and I'm not as pessimistic as it was, although I still battle with some thoughts of pessimism and doubts and all that stuff. I admit that. You just have to be real with yourself. I have my flaws, and I still do, but I'm working on them, and that's all that matters, I guess. I just wish I was perfect, because if you're perfect, you wouldn't have to worry about having to change or having people leave you. I got a job during the hiatus. It was alright. It was cool. I was a salesman. It was commission based, meaning you made money based on how many sales you made, and I would put up some good ass numbers. I'm not gonna lie, but over time I just got tired of the job. And yeah, I quit the job. I felt bad. I miss a lot of them, my coworkers and all. I'm actually getting a new job though. I'm being a sales associate in a few days, like next week or two. I'm still in sales, which that's cool, I guess. I'm getting paid hourly this time. It would be nice just to have a flow of money, because I don't, you don't want to be unemployed. And I'm doing it part time, meaning I have more time to edit YouTube videos, which is always great. And speaking of money, unfortunately, my YouTube channel isn't monetized anymore because when I privated the YouTube videos, I already explained it, but like it made it so I'm not monetized anymore. So now I have to get 4,000 watch hours again. It sucks because now nobody can donate on my streams, and it's not. I liked getting donations because not for the money. I could care less about it. I don't give a fuck. It was, well, I kind of do. It's money, but like I mainly cared about people like having a thought of wanting to donate to me. Like it made me feel good. It made me feel happy that I can make people really like me and be happy enough to just do that. And it's like I cherish that. I cherish all the donations I ever got and received, which I actually got a lot of donations, surprisingly. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to upload a lot. Sorry, my dog was licking his balls and it was really loud. Anyways, yeah, I realized a lot while I was gone. I learned a lot about myself and about how the world works. And what I learned is that it was really easy for me to get irritated, and so I had to work with that, And I realized how far my pride has gotten. Quite frankly, pride was a big issue for me. Really big. I was honestly kind of narcissistic. So of course I had to change, and I've gotten way better. I don't let pride get to me as easily. You have to control that. Because, I believe pride is the worst sin of them all. It's the most deadly. Because if nothing can kill a man, pride definitely will. And that's just something I believe in. You gotta control your ego. And there's a big difference between your ego and confidence. I'm also less mean. I'm less cynical. I'm glad I'm less cynical. I hated that. I hated being like some fucking Squidward. And I was so mean-spirited. I hated that. Now, obviously, I'm better now. I can't just keep moping about the past. I have to learn from it and just move on, be better. But it's like, I wish I wasn't like that to begin with. I wish I was perfect my whole life. I wish I was perfect. I wish I had a perfect personality, the perfect, I was perfect in my craft, my skill. I wish I was perfect in looks. I wish I was perfect in everything. But nobody's perfect. And that's something you gotta realize. Even if you're a perfectionist. And I had a girlfriend, then we broke up. Could have went way better. That was the problem. And I could say I was a problem in all of my relationships. So of course I had to change from that too. And it's just, the reality is the best you could do is just learn and move on. So I've been finding myself getting nostalgic and reminiscing over like late 2023 and early 2024. Because those times are so good for me. I was so confident. I was so happy. I was so nice. I was so cool. I was really good looking. I was fucking making these good ass videos. I was popping off, and I was hanging out with all of my friends way more. I was going out more. I was putting myself out there. I was more just everything. I missed that. And you know, I won that competition, and oh my god, that was so awesome. I had a really nice girlfriend at the time. This is great. And I think about that time because, like, I don't know. I was also really close to God during that time, and over my hiatus, I did struggle a lot with God, and I don't want to say Christian, I'm a follower of Christ. And I know most of you guys probably aren't Christian, you're probably atheists. I'm just, you know, that's just me. I am religious in a way. And reality is, I only believe in God and Jesus, like the divinity of Jesus, because of personal experiences, certain events that happened in my life that I can only explain through personally, okay, through the power, through God, you know, and I thank God for that. And my thing is like, if I just had the Bible, I wouldn't believe in God. No offense. Because, you know, I had my doubts. I still have them. And this is a continuous battle. And I admit I fell into sin around 2024. I became, you know, when I became more prideful, I let material things get to me. I let all this stuff get to me, like, you know, wrath and lust, all this stuff. I'm embarrassed to admit it, all these things, but you know, I just like being real with people. I just like being sincere and down to earth. You know, because I'm not perfect, and I know that, and that's okay. You know, but it's good to always be better. You know. So, yeah. I'm back on YouTube. I miss it a lot. And I met a lot of people. I met a lot of friends. Did a lot. I met one of my subscribers in Chicago, who's an online friend of mine for the past 5 years. Really cool. I'm going to make the video about that in a few days, like a little compilation. Chicago Best Skyline W. I'm 19 now, because my birthday was on August 23rd, meaning I'm 19 now, so my birthday was cool. There was a ghost on my birthday, by the way. It's funny just to say that. But, yeah, it was pretty cool. But, yeah, bro, like, my hiatus, it was definitely, I don't know the word. It was enlightening. Everything. Euphoric. And, you know, I had my ups and downs, of course, during this whole hiatus. I had some really, really low points, honestly. I'm not going to get into it, but just know I'm better now. I'm way better. I'm so much better. You know, I still have my days, but everyone does, I guess. You know, and I'm just glad to be back. I thank God. I thank my dad, my mom, my family, my friends, my everyone. I thank my online friends, my subscribers, all of you guys. I'm thankful. I really am to be back. And you know, I made this whole new alias on TikTok. I was doing TikToks and shit, but honestly, I prefer YouTube. I like making long videos. Though I'm gonna do some with the alias. I'll see what I can do. So, I just prefer being Poke Island, you know. But yeah, new gaming video coming out soon. That's gonna be a banger. I'm gonna be uploading again, like I said, uploading all these videos. I have someone who can edit for me, so I'm gonna have him like edit my non-gaming videos. I'll see, and yeah, I'm back. I might do a live stream in a bit, in a few days, maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Join the Discord. Link in the description down below. Go hang out, talk. I'm active. If there's one thing I could take from all of this, one thing I learned is never give up. Just don't. Keep going. I'll see y'all later.